Welcome to DRN25. It's a beautiful day to live in Del Rio. My name is Michelle Gonzalez.
And I'm meteorologist Alexander Menchaca.
So Alexander, how are you this morning?
Doing great. It's been a really relaxing weekend. And you know, one thing that I love about this weekend, football's back. So I'm excited to watch, some NFL games. You know, my Cowboys, they lost, but they fought hard. But, football's back. It feels like September, fall's finally starting to get into Del Rio.
That's right. Yes, I've had a few busy weeks, right? I had a chance this week to host the Consulate of Mexico's event, so that was really nice. And so it's really nice, that fall is in the air, and I'm excited about it. So yeah,
absolutely.
So joining us this morning, we've got representatives from the city of Eagle Pass, Adislada, Mendoza, and Valeria Flores.
We also got Lorenzo Guerra and the Senior District Executive for the Texas Southwest Council, Scouting America, joining us today in the studio today.
And finally, Peter Ojeda from the SFDR CISD Education Foundation joins us this morning. So, Alex, what's the latest on the weather now?
There's some showers that are trying to come into the vicinity. I know that yesterday we went from super sunny skies to now completely cloudy skies. I know a lot of people have some questions about, that tropical system moving in through, and all that's going to be covered on the weather segment, and I know it's going to be a good one. So you want to stay tuned for that weather segment today.
That's right. We can't wait to hear your report, Alex. So we have got a lot to cover today and plenty of guests with us.
And I'll be back with a short episode today, but jam-packed nonetheless.
So it's Saturday, September 6th, 2025, and you're watching DRN25. Welcome to DRN25 Del Rio. We've got a great short episode for you, so let's take a look at our Eye in the Sky.
On screen.
Let's head on down to the International Bridge just to see how the traffic is going. So Del Rio, you can see that the traffic is maybe starting to pick up a little bit. We see people coming out of the International Bridge. So if you've got errands to run this morning, maybe grab some lunch or some breakfast across the International Bridge into Mexico. Right now would be the time, of course, after you watch our broadcast. For this camera, you can view it at any time on the City of Del Rio's website. If you're a business and you have heavy traffic in your area, just reach out to us to add your camera to our Eye in the Sky in exchange for some free advertising. All you have to do is email us at info@delrionews.com or message us via our Facebook page. Let's dive into our next segment with some updates from the local entities like the City of Del Rio, SFDR CISD, the hospital, and Val Verde County. Del Rio, here's your chance to help shape our city's future. The city is seeking volunteers to serve on local boards, commissions, and communities. You'll gain experience, build your network, and have a real voice in local projects and decisions. Open seats include the Joint Airport Zoning Board and the International Airport Board. There are also openings on the Board of Adjustments and the Building Standards Commission. The city is seeking members for Planning and Zoning and Animal Control and Protection Advisory Board. You can also call 830-774-8680 for details, eligibility, and meeting schedules. Bring your perspective, roll up your sleeves, and help the community build a stronger Del Rio together. Share this with a friend who'd be great in public service. Mark your calendars, Del Rio. The Cody Wardlaw Gymnasium is celebrating its grand reopening. It happens Monday, September 15th, 2025 at 5 p.m. at 216 West Martin Street. San Felipe Del Rio CISD and the City of Del Rio invite the community to join the celebration. A reception begins at 5 p.m. in the CNI conference room. Then the ribbon cutting starts in the gym at 5:30 p.m. Stick around for the inaugural basketball game at 6:30 p.m. as the new court shines for the first tip-off. Parking will be available in the SPC staff lot with the entrance on Garfield Avenue. Bring your family, wear your school colors, and help us welcome this revitalized venue back to the community. Val Verde County Commissioners will meet on Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. The session runs from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The meeting will be held at 207B East Lozoya Street. Residents are welcome to attend and follow county business. For questions, be sure to call 830-774-7501. And that wraps up our local government and education segment. Lorenzo joined the Boy Scouts in 2nd grade, and nearly 20 years later, he remains true as a senior district executive of the Amistad District. He has some really cool news to share. So please help us welcome Lorenzo. Good morning, Lorenzo. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much.
Great.
Pleasure to be here.
Oh, we're so excited to have you here, Lorenzo. So it says here that you've been in the Boy Scouts since 2nd grade, right?
Yes. Yeah, a long time.
A long time. So how does that experience feel for you right now, just knowing that you've been in it that long?
Looking back, I realized last year how long it's been and just how much time has flown by and how much fun and progress that I made, not only in my career but also as a volunteer and as a youth, the milestones of achieving the Eagle Scout rank, which is the highest rank in the older program called Scouts BSA. It's just been really, really awesome to reflect on that. So I've been excited about it.
That's exciting, definitely, definitely. So the Scouts in Del Rio have come upon a major milestone this year, right? So 100 years of scouting in Del Rio. So we'll talk about how a famous golf hero is part of that rich local scouting history and how girls are excelling as scouts just boys now, right? But first, Lorenzo, what gets kids excited about being a scout, and then how can they join?
Perfect. So what gets them excited is the opportunity to spend time outdoors, the opportunity to be engaged with other folks in their age group, in the younger program, Cub Scouts. They are learning how to play games, they're learning how to do arts and crafts, using their hands, communicating with other youth and other scouts, and parents too. So parents are also involved in this as well. So they get to see different leadership skills, different leadership from their parents, from other leaders, and so it's really awesome to watch them grow. And then in the older program, in Scouts BSA, they are typically learning how to be leaders. They're taking on leadership roles and leading small groups of youth and doing activities and doing service projects and doing high adventure stuff like rock climbing, hiking, fishing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
That's exciting. I love that you mentioned hands-on, Lorenzo, because as you know, a lot of us are tied to our phones these days, especially the little ones, right? So anything that can get kids out there climbing, doing, hands-on activities are the best, right?
Yes, I totally agree.
Yeah, that's right. So formerly the Boy Scouts of America, Scouting America now welcomes girls to join, right? So what's been your experience with integrating girls into the Scouts?
For me, it's been very positive. My story is I volunteered in college for an all-girl troop just outside of, just right when they were able to join. And watching the girls grow up into being scouts, watching them grow up to take on leadership positions and be excellent scouts, doing the Scout Oath and Law, which we can talk about what those are in a second. Sure. And excelling sometimes more than the boys, and so they're more hungry for it than
competitive for sure, right?
Yes, and it's been great for my unit in San Angelo. A majority of the girls, about 10, we started off with 10. About 8 of them are Eagle Scout or just about ready to become Eagle Scouts. So it's really cool to see that much hunger and growth and desire for the women
Definitely.
just as much as the boys.
Right, that's exciting for girls. So parents of kids now with ADHD, right, are reporting really positive effects scouting is having on their behavior, right?
Yes.
So what are you learning from the parents also, as you know, as far as that goes?
Yeah. So I had a conversation with a parent, and what they told me is before they joined Scouts, they learned from the teacher that there was behavior problems, there was issues with doing their assignments in class, not socializing with other kids, and then they took the chance to do scouting as a program for their kid as an extracurricular, and then they started realizing after a couple months, well, their grades started improving. They're socializing with not just the youth in the pack, but also the youth at school has improved, and then that translates to behavior problems kind of lessening, and so they're able to self-manage and learn skills and focus their attention on, oh, I got to do this because this is important, but I can have fun later on.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's good. That's great news, Lorenzo. So now it's very cool. There's a historical figure we know, right? And love as part of Del Rio's Scout history. So J.B. Peña, he played Jay Hernandez in the movie The Long Game, right? So he was the golf coach that led the 1957 San Felipe High School Mustangs to victory, right? And he was a scoutmaster too, right?
Yes,
we know
he
that.
was
So
part of Troop 77 and serving the local community of San Felipe, which is really cool. When I found that out, it was just, you know, a connection that is rich in the San Felipe community is just so impactful, so important to see that.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of that rich community, I wanted to share something with you because we were talking about that specific moment in time. So J.B. Peña, he was a scoutmaster, right? So this is I grabbed this from my mom's house last night. I said, Mom, I'm going to talk to Lorenzo. We're going to talk a little bit about J.B. Peña. So here's J.B. Peña. He was a superintendent at that time, right?
Yes.
So and then this was my grandfather's vehicle that he was driving them in, and then my uncle Joe was driving my grandfather's vehicle and driving Mr. J.B. Peña, who provided such rich history, like you said, you know. So being a scoutmaster, I wanted to share that part with you.
Awesome.
So yeah, and I thought it would be cool to tie that in. But what else are you going to share with us this morning, Lorenzo?
Well, I mentioned that there is a Scout oath in law. Some people may not know what that is.
Right.
So the Scout oath in law, what we teach Scouts to do, every activity that we do is tied to that: rock climbing, fishing, leadership, crafts. It's always tied to that. So the Scout oath is on my honor. I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. And the Scout laws: a Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. So every activity we do is tied to that, and it's really exciting to see the kids learn those big words, especially in kindergarten.
Yes, definitely, especially kindergarten.
Yes.
That's a beautiful message, and I love that. It just, kind of gives you chills, right, just to hear all that you just said. It's such a beautiful oath and law. It's just great to see. So, Lorenzo, how can children join, or how can parents sign up their students to be scouts, their children to be scouts?
Yeah, so right now we're talking to local schools, and we're going in and discussing with the kids what's Cub Scouts all about, similar to what I've told you.
Yes.
And we'll have a meeting after school the following day, and we'll get the parents connected to a pack, and their next meeting will be within the next 2 weeks. And they'll get to learn more about financing, learn how much it costs, learn about the opportunities that are available here in Del Rio, but also in the national organization as well.
Great, thank you. Well, Lorenzo, it's been a pleasure having you here this morning. I've learned so much, and no wonder they say Scouts honor, right? Because it's a great honor to be part of what you do. So thank you for what you do, and congratulations for being part of it for so long. Anything else before we wrap up?
I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and you have a great rest of your weekend, and it's a pleasure to have you here.
You too, thank you.
Thank you. So we want to say thank you to Lorenzo for being with us this morning. So now let's head into the news headlines for the day. Valverde County voters will decide the outcome of a proposed $50 million bond for the San Felipe del Rio Consolidated Independent School District in a special constitutional amendment election on November 4th, 2025. The bond is intended to fund major infrastructure improvements at 4 local schools: Bobby Barrera Elementary, Del Rio Freshman, San Felipe Middle School, and Buena Vista Elementary. In an interview with the Del Rio News Network, SFDR-CISD Superintendent Dr. Carlos Rios described the projects as providing basic services in the most efficient manner. He said they are targeting full construction completion within 4.5 years. ERO Architects was contracted to draft renderings of the new campus looks, and Dr. Rios presented the concepts at various meetings this August. The full article on DelRioNews.com by lead journalist Stevie Kilo also goes over SFDR-CISD's $50 million bond plan, a $6 to $7 million shovel-ready conversion of Roberto Bobby Barrera Elementary from portables to permanent campus targeting a June 2026 groundbreaking, a $20 to $22 million 2-story rebuild of the Del Rio Freshman School with improved parking and parent loops, aiming to break ground as soon as November 2026. New build chosen after renovation penciled out about the same, and the 50-year-old electrical system couldn't support one-to-one laptops, and roughly $10 million each for upgrades at San Felipe Middle School, including a new practice gym, so every middle school has at least 2. And Buena Vista Elementary, cafeteria, hallways, AC. You can learn more about the facts on the upcoming bond election by reading Stevie Kilo's article on DelRioNews.com or on our mobile app on the Apple Store. Youth cadets take first flight after 10-year Civil Air Patrol hiatus. Kilo visited with the Civic Air Patrol earlier last week. Eddie Martinez, our video journalist, put together a short segment on Kilo's article. Here is Eddie with more on the story.
Daniel Abreu has said he's wanted to be a pilot since he was only 3 years old. Now 14, he and other teens like him are learning to fly at a relatively young age thanks to Civil Air Patrol. In late August, Daniel and his fellow CAP cadets were the first class in 10 years to take to the air from Del Rio as they learned about flight controls and the airspace and landmarks around South Valverde County. Civil Air Patrol, or CAP, is an auxiliary of the U.S. Air Force, but its main purpose is serving communities as an educational nonprofit that anyone can join. Read more about CAP's return to Del Rio and how you can get involved by clicking the link or visiting DelRioNews.com.
Thank you, Eddie. The full story can be read on our website at DelRioNews.com or download our app on the Apple Store to stay in the loop. We have an update for a story told earlier this year. Back in March, district art teachers had been fighting to become a district of artistic distinction after losing funding for the art programs throughout the district. In August, San Felipe del Rio CISD was in fact named a distinguished art district after review by Texas Art Education Association, and funding was restored to the art department by the district board. Coming up, we have Alexander Menchaca with our weather update and representatives from the city of Eagle Pass to join us in studio. All this and more right after these messages.
Anytime, anywhere. This is the Del Rio News Network. We'll be back after these messages.
when your home needs expert care. Comfort Tech Service Now is here for you. And whether it's HVAC, plumbing, or electrical services, we've got you covered with skilled technicians ready to handle any issue. With our fixed right or it's free, your satisfaction is our top priority. From routine maintenance to emergency repairs, we're here ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe.
Service Now!
Call Comfort Tech Service Now, where your home's comfort is always our mission.
Right now, you're watching DRN25 Morning News Show, Del Rio's first advanced morning news show. Coming up next, we'll show you some more Del Rio News Network news segments. And later on, stick with us as we show you some more DRN25 Morning News Show, Del Rio's first advanced morning news show. This is the Del Rio News Network. This episode is brought to you by Russell's Hardware and Company, Comfort Tech Service Now, Southwest Assisted Living, Border Federal Credit Union, Val Verde Regional Medical Center. Thank you for watching. And now back to the show.
Hello, Del Rio. This is meteorologist Alexander Menchaca. Interested about those cloudy skies? Interested about that rain that's possibly going to come this weekend and into next week? Well, this is the weather update by meteorologist Alexander Menchaca. Last night, we had a good round of thunderstorms move on through. Currently, right now, we are under a severe thunderstorm watch. That 5-day forecast for you for this week. This is meteorologist Alexander Menchaca.
This is your local weather report with Del Rio's trusted meteorologist, Alexander Menchaca.
Welcome back, Del Rio. This is the weather report with meteorologist Alexander Menchaca. We had a lot of questions on social media with tropical storm or hurricane Lorena coming in through, if it was going to cause rain for the Del Rio area, Eagle Pass area, around the County Warren area. Let's go and take a look, but let's look at what happened this upcoming week. This past week in Del Rio, we had some really good spotty showers. This is actually a photo from Aaron Alexander Blackman that was sent to my meteorology page. And this is just a pop-up shower that was over there right around the Lakeview area. Beautiful cloud base with that little beautiful downpour. We saw, pop-up showers Monday, Tuesday around the area. Some areas got a good, quarter inch of rain, about maybe some areas got half an inch of rain. But the cool thing too, you even saw some beautiful rainbows. This is actually another photo from Aaron Alexander Blackman out by Lakeview, and you can even see that double rainbow action. We're hoping to get more rain here in Del Rio and the surrounding community areas. We always welcome that. And let's go ahead and dive into our live conditions right now. And currently right now in Del Rio, we are at 82 degrees Fahrenheit. It is mostly cloudy skies around the local area. There's a few spotty showers around the local area right now, kind of keeping it on the light, tune. Winds are around 8 miles per hour. I know that there's cross-country meets going on here in Del Rio this morning. There's a lot of things going on in the morning here in Del Rio. Just want to keep an eye on that weather just to make sure that it doesn't temper any plans. And as we look at our highs today, we are expecting temperatures to be in the mid to lower 90s. That cloud base here in Del Rio is going to keep things around, the mid to low 90s around the local area. Around the County Warren area too. If you're traveling out to San Antonio, Uvalde is going to be around 94. Eagle Pass is going to be around 94 as well. But most of the County Warren area, like I said, is going to be in the lower to mid 90s. Tonight, we are expecting, temperatures to be around the mid-70s. It is going to be relatively humid around the local area. Mid-70s around for Del Rio as well as Eagle Pass. If you want to look for that little bit of a colder kind of atmosphere, you want to go to the hill country, that's going to be around Rock Springs Junction. But for the most part, you want to keep an umbrella tonight as there's going to be spotty showers. And that's probably the biggest reason why you're probably tuning in this morning. We're going to talk about that possibility of post-now tropical cyclone Lorena. Now, Lorena made a lot of buzz on social media talking about the possibility of it being a huge rainmaker in South Central Texas as early as Sunday into Monday. This is actually an image from the National Weather Service from their satellite imagery roughly around Monday when Lorena was actually a hurricane. Now it's turned into a tropical depression. And what the weather models were doing earlier this week, they were projecting this storm to move through Baja California and go through right into Mexico, and those remnants roll right into South Central Texas. Now, as we watched it, and this is a good thing to know that weather does change, this tropical cyclone now is moving more to the left away from land. And what that's going to do now, it is going to alter, our rain chances, and it's also just going to play a factor into what we're going to be looking at into Monday, into Tuesday. So let's go look at what that weather model is going to be doing. So as you look at that weather model, we are seeing, showers and storms around the Del Rio area. This is roughly around Sunday night into Monday. Those showers and storms dip through San Antonio, even to Maverick County as well. So we are expecting, rain to be in the forecast. Now, how heavy that rain will be, what are those chances are going to be? It's really going to depend on what that tropical storm really does. We are having a cold front move on through to the south, so that's going to provide that rain chance. But the National Weather Service is going to keep a marginal chance for excessive heavy rainfall around the local area. So you just want to be sure that this weekend, into Sunday, into Monday, into Tuesday, we are going to keep those rain chances around here locally, and some of those downpours could be heavy to about 1 inch to 1/4 inch could be possible around the local area. So let's take a look at that 5-day forecast. As we look into this week, we are expecting, like I said, rain chances to remain today into Saturday, Sunday into Monday. Those rain chances are going to extend from Del Rio all the way into Maverick County, Uvalde County, even into your northern counties to Edwards County. But Tuesday into Wednesday, we'll return back to mostly sunny skies. Temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 90s, and we are expecting those rain chances to dipper as we get into the latter portions of the week. And as always, if you want to check out any weather information, you can download the Del Rio News Network app. It is free. It is actually free on the Apple Store. You can get all my weather alerts that I post on social media, as well as you can stay on top of all our news shows. You can watch our live streams as well, any latest articles. Make sure you hit that download button for Del Rio News Network. And as always, we want to thank our sponsors. That's Val Verde Regional Medical Center and Comfort Tech Service Now. Now back to you, Michelle.
You're watching DRN25.
Alexander for that weather update. Small business owners, do you want to grow? Do you want to unlock that next level? Of course you do. There's a great event next week just for you, and it's worth the drive. Here representing the city of Eagle Pass are Adislada Mendoza, Interim Economic Development Director, and Valeria Flores, Public Relations Specialist. Hi ladies, how are y'all today?
Doing great. How are you?
Doing great. It's so great to have y'all here this morning. Thank you for making the drive all the way from Eagle Pass. How was the drive this morning?
It was great, and thank you for having us.
Yes, we're so happy that you're both here.
Thank you. Yes.
So y'all have been busy working on a lot of things, right? So we know we talked a little bit about. So the state of Texas wants to empower small businesses, right? And they've chosen the city of Eagle Pass, Texas, as one of its official focal points in a series of events across Texas, right? So what is the event, and what are the main reasons a small business owner will not want to miss out on this event?
Yes, so this is going to be a great event. We're going to have different topics regarding marketing and social media, access to capital, scaling your business, and we're going to have a great conversation with business owners to learn a little bit more about the challenges they've had and how they can overcome it. So we're going to have people talking about their own experiences and just about the different resources. A lot of times businesses don't know. Right. And we're going to have 20 resource partners there where you can directly ask them any questions in regards to local, state, and federal programs.
That's a great opportunity. So Valeria, is there anything else you'd like to add to that?
No, I think just to emphasize that this isn't just an Eagle Pass thing. You know, we want to target the whole community, the whole Southwest region, Uvalde, Brackeville, Del Rio. So this is all for the businesses that want to scale to the next level.
Oh, that's fantastic. And a short drive, right?
Yeah,
It's right here.
exactly.
So, Addie, the City of Eagle Pass has decided to really invest in ways to support small businesses. So, one of our very own reporters here at Del Rio News Network, Eddie Martinez, he toured your small business incubator yesterday and inside the beautifully renovated Riskin building. So, I remember going to the Riskin building years ago. It's a beautiful building, right in downtown Eagle Pass, right? So, it's a space dedicated to growth and community development. So, we have to tell you, he was in awe. He loved the building. He says he was very impressed. So what does growth and development mean for the City of Eagle Pass?
Yes, a lot of times people think we're just focused on trying to attract new businesses, anywhere from restaurants to new manufacturing. But a lot of what we do too is support small businesses. With the incubator, we are going to start having trainings as well in that space. We do have some offices available, and we even have day passes. So a lot of what we do too is just focusing on supporting the businesses that we have and attracting new businesses.
Nice, very good. Anything you'd like to add to that?
No, so we've definitely been working a lot with the Riskin building, and we're definitely looking forward to new businesses coming into Eagle Pass. And I think just getting information from our Economic Development Department itself will definitely get you to the next step for any business that wants to grow within Eagle Pass.
That's great. Great job, ladies. So on Thursday, September the 11th, Eagle Pass is the place to be for small business owners, right? Correct. So all around the area, we invite you, right? Invite everybody to be out there so they can register by clicking on the link. So anything else that you'd like to share that's happening at this event, or?
Yes, so there is a small fee of $20, but it's going to be worth it, I assure you. You're going to have access, like I mentioned, to over 20 resource partners, and you're going to get to network with other business owners. Because a lot of times you might feel like you're going through certain struggles that you might feel alone, and you might feel like, you know what, like I might be the only one experiencing this. But just talking to other entrepreneurs, that's going to be great as well.
Yeah, and I saw somewhere in there you get a headshot with those $20 too,
yes,
right?
You're definitely going to get a lot of benefits. We have food as well. You're going to get a whole entree. So yes, definitely a lot of things to look forward to, and just earning. And what I say too is it's not just about a small business. You know, these bigger businesses can also go. It's about getting the information that you need in order to just scale your business or just make your business any better that it can be.
So where will all this be taking place and what time?
It's going to be at the International Center for Trade. Valeria, you want to let them know?
Yeah, so it's going to be at the ICT. So ICT, International Center for Trade. It's going to be at our main ballroom. Everything will be managed by the governor's office directly. And then it's going to be from 9 in the morning to 2 p.m. So yes.
Okay. So if we're driving in from Del Rio, it's at the one of the lights. You take a left on what street is that?
So you're going to come in. Once you come in from Del Rio, you take a left, and then you're going to go out on Veterans, and then take another left on, what is it, Main Street? And then it'll take you. So it'll be kind of towards CC Wynn. So as you're going to see, or the hospital as well. So right next to the hospital in that area.
So make sure to invite everybody out there.
Yes, please do. If you have any questions, Ms. Adi is a great person to contact, but this is happening next week on Thursday already. So we're on a tight, but we're definitely trying to push it out to the different regions within Eagle Pass. So
good. So on a side note, Addie, we know that your family owns a business in Eagle Pass for many years. So you want to tell us a little bit about it?
More than anything, I want to mention of how it's really shaped me as a person and in my career. So it's given me an insight about the many challenges the businesses struggle, the business owners. Just resiliency is one of the things that I've learned from that. So it's not easy owning a business. So that's definitely given me a different perspective.
Right, and then how to help others to get to that point as well.
Exactly.
So that's great, ladies. So we are so happy that you made the trip to Del Rio to join us in Eagle Pass. So do you have any plans while you're here, or does business call? You've got to head right back.
Yeah, I think so.
I got to stay, but I have to get back.
You got to get back and get things going. So
but thank you for having us. Absolutely. I mean, y'all are great out here, so we definitely appreciate everybody and the whole team from y'all.
Yes, definitely. I know we go to Eagle Pass all the time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we go and visit. You know, there's lots of nice things to do, and it's a short drive, and so we are always,
more than welcome to come visit Adi at her great building as well, and anything that we can do for y'all, we're here to help. We always say we're sister cities at the end of the day.
Definitely.
So if you grow, I grow. We're all here to help each other.
That's right. And so we are just honored to have you all here. Thank you for making the drive to Del Rio and joining us here at Del Rio News Network. We are, big proponents of helping you with this great, fantastic event that's going to happen. It's great for everybody. So thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.
Any last things before we go?
So that you know.
Just an invitation to everyone here in Del Rio. If you're a small business owner, don't forget to sign up. You have until the last day of the event.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect.
And even entrepreneurs that are looking to take that step into starting a business, also, you know, it really is from just thinking of the idea. If you have an idea and you're like, maybe I know there's going to be grant information. So if you're thinking about this, maybe this will be the next step to getting your business to where it needs to be, or your
That's great.
idea.
Yeah,
of course.
Make it grow, right?
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. Well, great. Thank you again, ladies, and y'all have a wonderful event, and thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Have a great rest of your weekend.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thank you. All right, so Willard Jenkins met with Val Verde Regional Medical Center CEO Jorge Jurado to learn more on the hospital's new convenient care clinic. Here is Jorge Jurado with more.
Hi, my name is Jorge Jurado. I'm the Chief Executive Officer here at Val Verde Regional Medical Center, and today we're going to learn more about our new convenient care clinic. It is located right next to our emergency room, and it's designed to meet the needs of our community for non-emergent care. Some questions that people might have is who can go to the convenient care and what can we take care of there? Here are some examples. Patients might ask themselves, when should I go to convenient care or emergency room? If you're experiencing an allergic reaction, chest pain, difficulty breathing, severe bleeding, or head trauma, loss of consciousness, please call 911 or come to the emergency room. For convenient care, minor cuts and injuries, sprains and strains, cough, cold, sore throats, urinary tract infections, ear infections and fevers, and animal bites, please come see us at the convenient care. Now let's take a look. Today we're going to learn about our convenient care clinic. This is an option for our community outside of the emergency room that's going to be open Monday through Sunday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. in an effort to create more access to care. Today we're going to learn about how to access it and what we offer. When patients come into the emergency room, they'll talk to the experienced liaison, which will be seated at that desk. And then they'll come and register here in the clinic. Patients will enter to this glass door and they'll be registered here. Now, this is considered a clinic and not an emergency room, and the idea behind that is that we want to avoid the high ER bill while still having those after-hour convenience. Patients will be seen by one of our providers. Medical director is Jaime Gutierrez. Then we have nurse practitioner Dennis Ong, nurse practitioner John Hoover, nurse practitioner Sasha Valdez, nurse practitioner Anel Delgado, and nurse practitioner Monica Escobedo. We do have a separate lobby for our patients, but the idea is to get them back as fast as possible. Once they are registered, they will come through here, and they'll be treated in one of our 8 exam rooms by our provider. Our exam rooms are fully equipped to provide a comfortable experience while the patient waits and gets taken care of, and then we expedite them back home. So really want to focus on it really being a convenient experience for our community members. Again, it's open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Sunday, and we'll take care of patients ranging from ages 1 and up. Please see us if y'all need anything, and we look forward to seeing you. Thank you.
This morning, we're joined by Peter Ojeda, board member with the SFDR CISD Education Foundation and a driving force behind multiple successful Adventures on the Creek events. Peter has helped shape this community's favorite triathlon and is here to preview what's ahead for the upcoming Bike, Run, and Kayak Challenge. Peter, welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, a driving force, I like that.
Yes,
but
definitely.
we're trying to drive traffic to our race this year. We had to move it a little bit from our originally scheduled date, but I think it'll all be for the better. In the past, we've moved it around. We originally started in 2019, and then obviously with COVID everything, we had moved it a few dates after that. So this is our first time having it this day. It's going to be November the 1st. So the weather will be a little bit more tolerable. I think it'll be a good change.
Yeah, so mark your calendars,
yes,
right?
November 1st.
The 1st.
Yes,
So for
we'll
those,
see you guys there.
Yeah. Yes. So for those who haven't heard of it before, so what exactly is Adventure on the Creek Triathlon, and what makes it unique to Del Rio?
So I had never seen that many kayaks. The first thing I heard was, I've never seen this many kayaks kayaks down San Felipe
At
Creek.
once.
Yeah, at once. And so, what makes it unique is that you get to do a 6.5-mile bike ride along the San Felipe Creek, but also along historical locations. You're going to see the Whitehead Museum. You're going to see the winery. You're going to see the newly renovated Casanelli Gin House that's about to open. So it'll be open right on time for our event as well. And so you can do a little celebrating after that. But yeah, it's you get all the really historical locations around Del Rio, in downtown Del Rio, but also get to immerse yourself in the creek with the kayaking portion. So I think that's what makes it different than anything else.
I can see the weather's going to be perfect.
Yeah,
Yalto's a great date,
Yeah.
yes. So can you walk us through the course itself? So what are the 3 legs participants will be taking on?
So you can do it one or two ways. You can do it individually or in a relay team, but you're going to be hitting these 3 things. You're going to be starting with a 6.5-mile bike ride, and you're going to take off right there from Rotary Park out Garza Street, and then you're going to loop back around. Like I said, you're going to be hitting those locations and making your way back to Rotary Park. From there, you're going to transition, or if you're doing it on your own, you'll continue on the run. It's going to be a 2.75-mile run, and so it's just short of a 5K. But you go along the creek. It's really nice and scenic, and so it's going to be the run from Rotary Park, and you're going to end at Romanelli Park. At Romanelli, you're going to hand off or transition to the kayaking portion, which is a 1.25-mile kayak down San Felipe Creek, beginning at Romanelli and ending at Rotary Park. So it's really cool. I think
really nice.
that's what makes it most unique.
Yeah.
It's not just a 5K, which there's plenty of great 5Ks in town, but kind of centralizing it around San Felipe Creek is what makes it special.
That's beautiful, and all the scenes you get to see along the way, and so much greenery out there too.
Totally.
Love it, love it. So this event isn't just about competition, right? So it also supports the community. How does it benefit the SFDR CISD Education Foundation?
Yeah, all the money we put into it, so this year we actually made the investment of chip timing to make the event a little bit more streamlined and make the experience better. And so all that money that all our proceeds go back into Education Foundation and are dispersed through innovative teaching grants for our local educators, or at the end of the year we have our scholarships for our graduating seniors. So it goes directly back into our schools here.
And I know you've been there, Peter. We've been there when the teachers get these
it's awesome.
awards, and oh my gosh, you get that feeling. You feel what they're feeling. You see that excitement. They're getting funds for their projects, for their children, and ultimately it goes back to our students and our children of our community. So that's amazing.
And some of those you might see like on our Facebook page, or even if you've been lucky enough to have one of your students, one of your kids in that program that has benefited from it. One of my favorite is back on the creek is the fishing at the creek. I think it was Lamar who applied for that one. They walk straight down to the creek, and then they're fishing, and I remember I heard screaming one time from these like little section of girls, and they had caught their first perch. I thought somebody fell in, and so I'm like, oh God, no. So they caught their first fish. They were super excited about it. They're like, what do we do? And so we partnered with our game wardens were out there too, helping us out and kind of explaining what kind of fish it was and stuff like that.
What a fun learning experience.
It's really cool.
So that's amazing. It's amazing to see that it goes back to our students and back to our children. So who can sign up? Are there different categories or divisions for participants also?
So like I said, you can do individually. If you want to do all 3 legs back to back to back, you'll do the bike, the run, and the kayak all on your own, and that's broken down. If you're really competitive and you're in it to win it, the age divisions for our awards are going to be 19 and under, and then 20 through 29, 30 to 39, and then 10 increments from there. Or if you want to do a team, you can do a relay team, meaning you're going to hand off at each leg. So one person would do the bike, hand off to the runner, and then the cyclist. And those categories are our school district division. So we have elementary and secondary. So we want to see all you guys out there.
Yes.
But also we have co-ed in male, female, co-ed male and female in both the student division and also the adult division. And then one of my favorite ones is the emergency services / first responders, because they get really competitive. And so in the past we've had Border Patrol, we've had our Laughlin Fire participate, and I think they placed one year, so we're hoping to have them back. PD, Sheriff's Office, our local fire department, so even our both our office staff over at TxDOT and our DPS participated.
Nice,
So
yeah.
we're really excited for them to come back because they, it's a fun, friendly competition
yeah.
and for a good cause.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. All the first responders, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So whether whether someone is a serious athlete, right, or just looking for a fun challenge, what do you hope they take away from this experience?
I hope if you've never been to the creek, if we have people from Laughlin who maybe have never participated in a race like this, that you get a chance to meet the people that make Del Rio, the active, culturally diverse community that we are, and have a good time doing that, but also get to enjoy the scenic beauty of San Felipe Creek. We designed this race path to take advantage of the creek from just south of the golf course all the way to Rotary Park and highlight every landmark, the county courthouse, the winery, like I said, the Castanelli Gin House, all these really beautiful locations you're going to get to experience in this race.
That's fun. Yes, that's amazing,
Yeah.
Peter. So you stay super busy, and I don't know how you do it all. So
It's a lot of caffeine.
That's right, and manage to stay fit and ready for that triathlon too. I'm sure. So
Yeah, we'll see if I jump in this year.
yeah. So thank you so much
Yeah.
again. Is there anything else you want to share?
No,
before we wrap up?
if you would like to participate as a partner, we are still taking on sponsorships.
Okay.
They're really reasonable levels, and that guarantees your business name on the shirt. We obviously have a great turnout, a high visibility event, so we want to encourage sponsors to reach out to us now. That way we get you on all our promotional materials, and we hope to see all businesses out there on November 1st. In addition, you also get what makes it fun. You're talking about divisions. If you're a sponsor, you also have a team entry into the race.
Oh,
so,
nice.
yeah.
That's pretty cool. And where can they sign up? So where can
So
everybody sign up?
it's itsyourrace.com. I think we have it here.
Okay.
AOTC5.itsyourrace.com, and you will have all the registration information and divisions right there.
Awesome. Thank you again, Peter. Thanks for all you
Thank
do.
you.
And so best wishes to you
Thank you.
and thanks again. Thank you
Appreciate
so much. So we're getting ready to close out, but you don't want to miss our last look at this weekend's events and future events with event highlights. All this and more after these messages.
Anytime, anywhere. This is the Del Rio News Network. We'll be back after these messages.
When your home needs expert care, Comfort Tech Service Now is here for you. And whether it's HVAC, plumbing, or electrical services, we've got you covered with skilled technicians ready to handle any issue. With our fixed right or it's free, your satisfaction is our top priority. From routine maintenance to emergency repairs, we're here ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe.
Service Now!
Call Comfort Tech Service Now, where your home's comfort is always our mission.
Right now, you're watching DRN25 Morning News Show, Del Rio's first advanced morning news show. Coming up next, we'll show you some more Del Rio News Network news segments. And later on, stick with us as we show you some more DRN25 Morning News Show, Del Rio's first advanced morning news show. This is the Del Rio News Network. This episode is brought to you by Russell's Hardware and Company, Comfort Tech Service Now, Southwest Assisted Living, Border Federal Credit Union, Val Verde Regional Medical Center. Thank you for watching. And now back to the show.
Let's close things out with event highlight. Are you ready for the next Del Rio Ren Fair? It's taking place on October 11th and 12th at the Whitehead Memorial Museum. Entrance fee is just $5. Children under 5 and seniors over 65 are free. Follow their Facebook page, Del Rio Renaissance Fair, for more information. Del Rio Comic-Con is in town for 2 full days of fandom, art, and pop culture. Saturday hours are 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday runs 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So plan your weekend now. Power Rangers fans will meet Tracy Lynn Cruz, known as Ashley Hammond, the iconic Yellow Ranger from Turbo and In Space. WWE legend Gangrel will be on hand to greet fans, share stories from the ring, and pose for photos. Rising star Tamiko Fatu joins the lineup from the Anoa family, the youngest son of WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi. Explore the expo floor with special guests, authors, vendors, and a bustling artist alley throughout the day. Tickets are sold at the door with cash, credit cards, Google Pay, and Apple Pay are accepted for your convenience. Admission is $10 for ages 6 to 17 and $15 for adults 18 and up. Children under 5 are free, and senior citizens 65 and older are free as well. Additionally, Alexander Menchaca and myself will be there present to interview 2 of the visiting stars at the Del Rio Comic-Con. So join us today at 1:30 p.m. on our social media to see it live for free and a live feed. It's getting spooky in Del Rio, so please save the date for the 3rd annual Spooky Night Market. The market creeps back on Friday, October 18th, so circle the date and invite your crew. You can browse local vendors, enjoy delicious food, and grab sweet treats all night long. Expect music, fall vibes, and plenty of spooky fun for all ages. So if you want a booth, stay tuned for the link and submission deadlines. We will share updates as they are confirmed on our platforms. So it looks like some great things happening this weekend, Alexander, right?
You know, all those events just give that fall vibe. I just can't wait till those temperatures start getting to that fall vibe.
Me too.
But I know that, our next show, it's going to be around that, we officially end summer.
Okay.
So it's just cool to see that, that fall vibe kind of slowly making its way to Del Rio.
Slowly coming its way. I'm surely ready. And so today, I want to invite everybody, make sure to visit us at Comic-Con, right, this afternoon?
Absolutely. And you can, I believe, even see our live feed too. It's going to be an action-packed, Saturday. And also, Michelle, they get a chance to meet us too.
Yeah, that's right.
Meet, our Del Rio News Network team. So come check it out.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of awesome things out there.
All the behind-the-scenes team. And so another cool thing that's happening today, the 80s, if you're an 80s kid, Knight Rider is coming. So
okay.
Yeah, so that's going to be really cool. It's a vehicle. If you grew up in the 80s, you'll get to see that vehicle. So it's going to be really cool to see. So before we go offline, we want to thank you for watching this morning's episode. We'd like to thank you for your support. If you haven't already, our app is available for download on all iPhone users. Download it today on the Apple App Store to stay in the loop and stay weather alert.
That's right, Michelle. When severe weather is happening, you'll get instant notifications on local weather conditions here around Del Rio.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you later in this month on
DRN25 Morning News Show.
Until next time, thanks for watching DRN25.